Hello, yeah, this what's up? This is Marcello Currents up in this anti-Illuminati all day, anti-telepathy all day, anti-America all day, and everybody with him. Yeah, so this message is basically going to be about child worship in America. Child worship in America. These people are worshiping of children here in America. That's the only way I can put it. They worship their children. They put their children before God. They think their children are the most pure thing in the world. And God is above children. God is to be adored and loved above children. But the worldly and ungodly person that don't know God, what they do is they think that they don't see, they don't understand, they don't have God in their life. So in their perspective, the purest thing in their life is a child. The greatest and goodest thing in their life is a child. In the life of service of God, who created humans, He is the greatest. He is the most pure thing in our life. So you got to understand the difference between those who have the mindset like me and the child worshipers. Child worshipers just think that they're going to go and play around people's lives and they haven't done nothing concerning children. They witch hunt people, talk about they're protecting children, and 40 states in America allow children to have sex. So while they're trying to witch hunt people and hate people that they think don't like children or harm the children, you got 40 states that allow children to have sex. That's the greatest harm to children it is. It's worse than a pedophile. It's worse than some mass murderer, serial killer concerning children. The worst thing you got going here that is a hazard against children is 40 states allows children to have sex. Why you think you starting a group that's gonna witch hunt pedophiles? Why you think you're a vigilante superhero protecting children? You got 40 states that like children to have sex. You got 40 states that allow children to have sex. Why you trying to be Superman and Batman for children? You got 40 states that allow children to have sex. That's for all you little guys you little video game guys and all you American gamers that think you're gonna be a superhero for children. While you're trying to be that, 40 states allows children to have sex. Yeah, now go hero that. Get your spidey senses aware of that. That part, boom. Okay, so besides that, you have worshipers of children. They'll defecate on you by any means, whether it's true or not concerning children. But they want you to go and protect their children. If you see a child out in the streets, they want you to protect that child. They want you to behave yourself around children, at the same time accusing you of things that you didn't do. They expect you at the same time to have in the same breath, to have a mind of protecting the children just like they do. But they disrespecting you concerning the children. So how you gonna do that to a prophet? How you gonna do that to somebody spiritual to have the power to destroy you and your children? Disrespecting me concerning anything is detriment. You disrespect me concerning anything, you will suffer. So how you gonna disrespect somebody like me when I have the authority to bring judgment on you? You don't play with people like us. We out of your league. You're a psychic, you're a telepath, you're all these things. We don't care. We're gonna put the green light on everybody who wants smoke. Period. It's time for this circus and this game to be eliminated. So while you thinking it's gonna take 2 or 3 years, a lot of catastrophes is about to happen. Okay? Oh yeah, it's over for sure. Because you wanted to play a game, you wanted America to be your little game show, and look what you got. Look what you got. You play games, you get stupid prizes. Your stupid prize is COVID-19. Your stupid prize for playing games is Omicron. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. Okay? There you go. Yeah, so we're in a time now in America, we're in the final times. It's no time, we're not trying to unify because it's a time of chaos. You don't see it yet because you're not. A lot of you got, obviously, many of you are not even just, you don't have high, deep foresight. So you can't see ahead. You can't see where this is going. This is only going towards destruction. This is only going towards destruction. That's all this is going towards. So it's just no way around it. You know what I'm saying? The games that they play with society, this is how they decided to go. It's like an act of suicide. You chose to do this to kill yourself. But this child worship has now come to hypocritical means. You worship your children, you love them so much, but now parents are killing their children. They're killing their own children, and it's just another example of how just bewildered and crazy the minds of people are concerning children in America. So I don't take people seriously I don't take America seriously when it comes to children. Because you say one thing, but I look at 40 states that allows children to have sex. I look at that. While you're sitting up talking about this, that, and the third about children, I don't want to hear it. Until you change the laws, you're sitting on 40 states that allow children to have sex. I don't care what you say. While you say you love America, while you say all of this, right? You still sitting on 40 states that allows children to have sex as I speak. So what are we talking about? Until you change that, what are we really talking about? You can't talk about pedophilia when you got 40 states that allows children to have sex. You can't talk about a pedophile when you got 40 states allowing children to have sex. This is the revolution. This is the downfall of America. You want to ignore it, but this information that I have revealed, my enemies are destroyed by it and they know it. For all the stuff you accused me of, you sitting over here with 40 states that allows children to have sex. You done. That's the fall of America. Playing with me caused me to reveal, caused me to go into looking into who you are, and it revealed, I found out that you allow children to have sex in this whole country. It's no way, no excuse that's why they're trying to hide it. You don't hear nobody talking about it. You don't hear none of it coming up. It ain't coming up at all. You don't hear no 40 states, the age of consent, ain't none of that coming up. They quiet, just hoping nobody else don't look into it. I've already revealed it. This is the piece of information that is making America fall now. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear nothing you talking about with children. I don't hear nothing you talking about with pedophiles. I don't hear nothing you talking about with rapists, serial rapists. I don't hear nothing you talking about with incest. Anything sexual perverted, I don't want to hear it when you got 40 states allowing children to have sex. We don't want to hear it because you can look into other countries, but other countries don't contradict themselves. You are the country that says only adults should have sex. Am I right or wrong? There's no parents in America. There's no authorities in America. There's nobody in America saying, well, under 18, that's okay for somebody to have sex. Nobody is saying that. No parents are saying that. Let's go to the parents. Any parents saying that children should have sex under 18 in America? You got different cultures where in other countries. We're talking about here in America. Any culture saying any states agreeing with children having sex? Okay, so then why are we sitting on 40 states that allow children to have sex? Okay? So you're contradicting the authorities, the FBI, even the leaders, spiritual leaders even. It's all a contradiction of your community. You're contradicting your community's perspective through the laws. The laws of your land contradicts your culture, your American culture, your American perspective. Nobody here, I'm not talking about Africa, nobody here believes children should be having sex, and you got 40 states that allows them to. So what does that mean? That means the whole foundation and perspective that you have is not in the system of America, which means you are outside of your system as far as perspective, which means that has to fall because it's too much of a contradiction. It's too much of a contradiction to your community and your culture. And it is something outside of American community. You can say outside of America. You can say that. It's outside of America, but it's your system. So this is the first thing Americans want to do. You want to go, but other countries, we're talking about right here. Other countries are not contradicting themselves. They're not going around witch hunting pedophiles. They're not going around trying to find out who's having sex with children. They're not trying to sip tea about pedophiles. They're not trying to sip tea about who did what when they was children. They're not trying to sip tea about that. They allowed children, underage, to give whatever age that is, to give consent. And the perspective, everyone knows it. It's all in the culture. They're not contradicting themselves. Everyone knows it's the law of the land. You know what's different about other countries? They understand their laws and know their laws. You dumb Americans don't even know your laws. In Africa and all these other places, they know the age of consent. They grew up with it. Their parents told them. They study their laws. They know their laws. And they definitely know their laws about sex. You Americans are so pathetic, you don't even know your laws about sex. This ain't no pedophile information where only a pedophile would know that. Somebody who wants to know exactly what's going on wouldn't want to know that. Someone who wants to know the truth about what's going on. Not somebody trying to defend themselves like, well, I'm going to see what's going on with them. No, we want to know the truth. We want to know actually what's going on. So we can show you here, this is what this is. While you sitting up here doing this is what you doing. And guess what I found out? 40 states allows the children to have sex. You can't beat me after that. You can't contest me after that. How America gonna fight me and you sitting on 40 states that allows children to have sex? You can't fight me no more. I have won. I am the victor. Your community is not telling you that. The FBI is not telling you that. Is the CIA telling you that? Your preachers telling you that? All these black leaders, is they telling you that? Are they telling you the age of consent is under 18 in 40 states? Nobody is telling you this. This should make you wig out. You should wig out that all this is going on, all this stuff that people talk about, all this stuff they doing, but sitting up here with 40 states that allow children to have sex. No. You contradicted yourself too much, and that's your death. Now, child worship. This is child worship in itself. Oh, yeah, I'm glad I came. That's the punchline. This is child worship. 40 states allowing children to have sex. That's a form of child worship. You love children so much, you want to have sex with them. As a grown man, I've never thought, I want to have sex with someone under 18. I may have thought about 18, 19, 20, 21, 25. 25 is like a perfect age. But you got America thinking about having sex with somebody under 18. And you sitting up here talking about who's the weirdo? The people that want to have sex with somebody under 18, or somebody that has never thought about that as a grown man? Yeah. Let's talk about it. That's child worship. And see, child worship in America goes to two extremes. They either love children in this Disney World, Mickey Mouse world, or they want to have sex with them. No, I just love children. They all over the commercials and everything. It's like, man, I'm not saying get over it, but we all have children. I'm just saying. It's not children are not magical entities. They're not leprechauns and elves. And when you treat them like that, they're going to turn out spoiled and become nothing. They are human beings, and the mystery is we all were children. We all were children. I was a child before, and look how you treat me. You were a child before, and look how you act. Boom. We all were children. So what does it really mean? It's temporary. It's something that's not substantial. And eventually, we all will morph into either a good person or a bad person. And this is basically the situation. So while you trying to form warfare now, like you Superman, 40 states allows children to have sex, man. I'm on your head. I promise you. Till the world ends. You think this gonna end? They wait for it to end, ain't they? I'm on your head about this. I'm on your head about this every year until the world ends. I'm on your head. Especially how you tried me. I'm on your head every year. You let 40 states allow children to have sex. I'm on your head every year. And you can't compare yourself to me. You can't compare yourself to me. You can't look at my faults. You allow 40 states to have sex with children. Ain't nobody can say I was an adult and they was a child and we had sex. Ain't nobody can say that. You can't find nobody in the world that says I was over 18 and they was under 18 and we had sex. I don't think like that. No matter how hard you try, I don't think like that. So you dead. You dead. I'm sorry. Hey, you dead. You can't play with people. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. In fact, I like older women. In fact, that's the history. And you know that. But you want to play a game with somebody like it's all good. Now look at your country. That's all I'm saying. While you sitting up got 40 states allow children to have sex. Ain't nothing you can do about it. It's the worst bombshell of information that it possibly could be. Ain't nothing worse. What else could be worse? If we found out they were we literally found pictures of them sacrificing children or something like that. Or actual acts with children. But what could be worse? For this country, I ain't talking about nowhere else. I'm talking about your country, America. What could be worse in the laws than 40 states allows children under 18 to have sex? What could be worse than that? This is not some side note information. I know you don't, I know. The America you now thought exists does not, because this information dissolves the fake fairyland American system that you thought you lived under. You thought you lived under a country that didn't allow all these states to be like this. Some of y'all knew, for instance, New York. You knew New York was 17. Most people know that. For whatever reason, I guess because of the popularity of New York City, most people know the age of consent in New York City is 17. Most people know that. I've been knew that. And I really, at that time, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I ain't tripped in. Especially with the contradiction. When they act like only adults should be having children. Oh, I know what it was. I justified that because I felt like they mature specifically in New York and New York only alone, not Wyoming, not Wisconsin, not Illinois. I felt specifically that New York State, the children here mature quicker, which is true. And that's why I left that alone. That's the only reason. I didn't think about nobody else. I thought, oh, it's a New York City, kind of like, some New York thing. And I understood it because I felt I understood it because people here mature earlier. Kids are catching subways, taxis. They learn about danger at a young age. They see a lot, so they grow up quick. However, that does not speak for all the children in New York. You got some children are just slow. I'm call it what it is. They slow, they're little, and they're frail, and they'll be taken advantage of by people that would use this law. Some of your children are 17 right now can't even catch a subway back and forth home. They can't even catch a taxi. They can't even go pay a bill. Let alone giving consent to have sex and wind up having a child. Then what they gonna do when they can't even pay a bill and catch taxis? That's what I'm saying, that part. This is also why you don't allow this, because they're not mature enough to handle a child coming out of the situation of having sex. You wasn't born yesterday. So with sex, there's a possibility of reproduction. Reproducing. Okay? And this is also another reason, because they cannot handle the responsibility. This is also what you got to look at. You think it's sex, sex, sex. What about responsibility, responsibility, responsibility? Which these kids, especially these days, these kids don't leave home till they're almost 30. How are they going to have sex at 16 or 17 when these kids are, come on. They're like 12, they act like they're 12 now at 16 or 17. And they worship their own childhood. They love to be a child. When we were kids, we wanted to grow up. Kids these days, because of child worship, you American child worshipers, they hold on to their childhood like, ooh, I'm a child, I'm so young. Look at me, am I beautiful because I'm a child? And these people in America pay for even children's virginity. They pay for it. So now children are worshiping their own childhood. Yeah, they do. I've seen it. I've already seen it. They just love the fact that they're young. They try to look young as they can. They try to wear pigtails when you're almost an adult. You still wearing pigtails? When we were kids, it's no way in the world a girl would go to school with pigtails. In the middle school, you gotta be kidding me. In high school, you gotta be kidding me. Ain't no way in the world. And this is a sign of the culture worshiping children in a childhood. In a childhood, in a child state, I would say. They worship this child state, and the kids are running around now trying to remain a child as long as they can. When we was kids, we wanted to grow up. So you're worshiping children here. That's what it is.